从最初相逢到美了眼中的深处留不住这缘分，谁辜负了那一场心动，只留一道背影将眼光时间的波纹交错，在我掌心流过，留下星光的魔咒。哦，台湾烟雨下，望不到你的天涯，这人间多少风啊，不如你情话。风吹过我的脸颊，热情湿了吗？放不下。
Xiao, who gave you the courage to call the Crown Prince by name?
Crown Prince? Father, have you forgotten? I just said to depose the Crown Prince and appoint a new heir.
The Crown Prince isn't abolished. 阿求问 Do you still take me seriously? Have you consulted the court officials' opinions?
Court officials, ministers, since Father has asked, please share your thoughts. Should the Crown Prince be deposed?
Majesty, since the Crown Prince returned to the nation, Jianshu has been honorable by the commission of Xiao Mr. Zhao, and he is weak and ill, unfit to inherit the throne.
Mr. Zhao is just a fifth rank official. His salary is insufficient to cover the lavish expenses in these records. I don't know what you're talking about.
Majesty, the Crown Prince was sent as a hostage to Liu Kingdom. Mr. Lai, he must have lost his ambition long ago.
Mr. Li has performed his role as an envoy quite admirably. Yet there are dozens of letters between him and foreign ministers. He betrayed the nation for personal gain. Mrs. Lion has indeed set a good example.
Your Majesty, the Crown Prince was raised in the Liu Kingdom. He might have harbored ill intent, and he has never learned the art of governance. If the Crown Prince will make king, the central foundation of Great Line, Mr. Liu may be ruined under his reign.
Setting clear prices for the sale of official titles. Mrs. Du bringing in a group of ignorant people into the court. In a small sense, it's greed. In a larger sense, Mr. Dilu is trying to undermine great, lead from within.
Don't know. I don't know.
Yo, I've raised a group of blind, useless, and short-sighted fools.
Your Majesty, please take care of your health. Father, look, to please you, I've made the entire court agree. Do you have any more requests?
The Crown Prince is unremarkable and unaccomplished. Then, who led the troops to control the plague in Yisao? Who did discover the source of the plague? Who found the cure? When you all shouted to abandon the city, who volunteered to save the people from disaster? He was a hostage in Liu Kingdom. If not for the Crown Prince's sacrifice, would you all still be alive today? Power and wealth have all clogged your minds.
Even if Xiao Xinghang accomplished one or two things, so what? Other than leaning on Ning Chuxi and the Ning family.
How does he compare to me?
Father, given the current situation, you no longer have a say.
Yue!
Majesty, please take care of yourself.
Even though we may not have enough elite troops in the palace, there are still thousands of Imperial guards. Xiao, where do you find the audacity to say such things?
The Imperial guards. Why don't you try see who the Imperial guards take orders from now?
Xiao, how dare you? How could I raise someone so ambitious, traitorous, and ungrateful like you?
Father, this is not ambition. This is vision and determination. Born into the royal family, who wouldn't aspire to the pinnacle of power. I am simply more honest than some hypocrites who seek fame and fortune. I merely lay my ambitions bare. Xiao Xinghang, what is the look? What do you have to be proud of? I grew up by father's side. I was taught by the grand tutor and learned the strategies of governance and the principles of serving the people. And you, what were you doing? Poor bowing and scraping in the Liu Kingdom, living under others' noses, barely surviving. Your life was then a dog's. Xiao Xinghang, as a hostage and a nominal crown prince, you've no right to compete with me.
His magnanimity and demeanor, his integrity and righteousness, and his courage to save Yizhou during the plague. He is far more worthy to be the ruler of Great Lai than you.
Father, entering Minyao is not a wise move. The capital city, inside and out, is now filled with my men, waiting for my command. Father, would you prefer I take the throne without bloodshed, or have rivers of blood flow in this fight for power?
Scoundrel!
Since you are so benevolent, you surely don't want to implicate the lives of soldiers and countless palace attendants and see the people suffer, do you?
Is that so? I'll see. Then go ahead and try. After you give the order, will you even live long enough to see yourself inherit the throne?
Xiao Xinghang, I know you're not afraid of death, but what about Ning Chuxi? Is she afraid of death? You care about her so much, why don't you hide her better? When she dies, do you think she will hate you? Will she hate you for dragging her into this conflict in the name of love? Ah, you're getting anxious now, feeling heart-edge. About this, I'll make a deal with you. If you can convince father to issue an edict to abdicate the throne to me, I guarantee Ning Chuxi will be returned to you unharmed. So, you two stay together. How about that? Your Majesty, Your Highness, Her Grace suddenly set up a banquet in the Wei Garden and invited the officials, families to enjoy the garden scenery. Since you left early this morning, she didn't consult you beforehand. She borrowed it on her own and sent me to inform you.
No matter. My garden is hers as well. She can use it whenever and however she pleases.
Yes, moreover, Her Grace also asked me to relay a message to you all. Today,
If Xiao Xinghang doesn't show up on Hamda to pick me up at the Wei Garden, then everyone in the garden will die with me as a sacrifice for Xiao Xinghang.
What? How could Her Grace do this? This... exactly.
Prince Ning is leading 50,000 soldiers toward the palace.
What did you say? Say it again!
Prince Ning is leading soldiers toward the palace.
Get out!
Impossible. This is absolutely impossible!
Aren't Prince Ning's troops still stationed outside the border? How could they return so quickly?
Throw this treacherous son into the dungeon and await further punishment.
What should we do now?
You'd better think carefully. mothers, wives, and daughters are all in Wei Garden, waiting for you to bring them back.
Don't force us to give in! Heaven's justice is clear. The truth will one day be revealed. I will die to uphold my resolve!
Still breathing.
Since he harbors such determination, I will help him fulfill it. No need for the historian to record his death, just right. That he was an unrepentant accomplice of the rebels, and died. Today, was in the state of his execution as the reason.
The Crown Prince now acts decisively and ruthlessly. He's no longer a gentleman and Prince he once was. I know that deep down, you have always resented me, though you never expressed it in words.
Since Mother passed away, I no longer understand what hatred is.
I have drafted the edict to pass the throne to you. But I hope that you keep Shu's life.
He has committed treason.
He is your brother after all.
Father, you should rest well.
Third Prince Xiaoyu is hereby stripped of his princely title, demoted to commoner status and exiled to Jezhou, prohibited from returning to the capital for life.
Xie Chuxi.
Actually, since the first moment they had thoughts of rebellion,
I already knew.
I just let them continue their connections. Do you think I'm terrible and selfish for doing so?
Yes, you're terrible.
Would you hate me then?
I actually quite like it.
You're great. Be it selfishness or cruelty.
Zhao uncovering the masterminds
who threatened the peace of the nation. You protected your father, your wife, and your people.
It's selfless, even noble.
So, don't be afraid.